So guys, Justin Fortune, Manny Pacquiao strength and conditioning coach, says that he would love to see Manny Pacquiao fight Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman. Now, I think both of these fights are entertaining fights. Both of these fights are fights that which Manny Pacquiao would be favoured in my opinion. Maybe Keith Thurman, possibly, you know, people may see that he's a big welterweight and he's got a great chance against Pacquiao. But, you know, after seeing Thurman in his last performance, I wasn't too impressed. And I just think Pacquiao's got the beating of him anyway. I just think Pacquiao's got that edge, which I feel that he'd, you know, the speed, I think will cause Thurman a lot of issues. I just think Pacquiao can crack as well. So that might cause Thurman. I don't think Thurman's the toughest guy out of there. Yeah, he's got a big heart, but I don't think he's the toughest guy. And I think Pacquiao could break him down and get to him. I think Garcia, on the other hand, is very tough. He's the opposite of Thurman in the sense that I think he's very, very tough. I don't think Pacquiao will be able to get someone like Danny Garcia out of there because Danny Garcia has one of the best chins in boxing. He's very, very tough, man. Very, very tough. But I do believe Danny Garcia is technically deficient, and I think Manny Pacquiao will take advantage of that. I think both fights are fan-friendly fights. I think both fights are fights that, you know, would definitely get the fan interested. I think the fans would love to see either fight. But here's the thing, for Pacquiao right now, the Danny Garcia fight probably doesn't make sense. I think money-wise, it will be a big money fight, but I just don't think it brings a title. It doesn't bring any recognition that maybe the Thurman fight might. I think the Thurman fight is probably a bit more money as well because Thurman's obviously beat Danny Garcia. So, you know, Thurman's probably recognized a little bit more than what Danny Garcia is right now. So it would make more sense for Thurman if Pacquiao, if he's got the two options out of Thurman and Garcia. Bearing in mind Thurman beat Garcia, that, you know, Pacquiao take the Thurman fight. However, if the Thurman fight somehow doesn't materialize, or Thurman wants too much money, or they just can't come to terms, then Danny Garcia is definitely a great backup option. It's definitely a great fight, a fight that, you know, we would all want to see. Whether they can make it happen, I'm not sure. I hope they can. I hope they can come to the table and make the fight happen. But again, you know, we know that the fight should be easy to make because now Pacquiao's no longer with Bob Arum. Pacquiao's with Showtime and he's with Al Heyman. So these fights should be easy to make now. And I think hopefully we will get to see these fights in the foreseeable future happen. I just think that, you know, we've got to see these guys fight each other. You know, we've seen Danny Garcia in there with Thurman and Porter. And, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing the Manny Pacquiao fight. I would love to see that. I think Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, stylistically is an incredible fight. I think it has the writings of a classic. Thurman may look to try a boxing Pacquiao, but I just don't know whether with Pacquiao's activity and output, I don't know whether Thurman could be successful. He might have to go in there and be a bit aggressive, which again might play into Pacquiao's hand. I just think stylistically Pacquiao's all wrong for Thurman. I may be wrong, but that's just my opinion. I just think Pacquiao's too fast, too slick, and I just think I think he beats Thurman, if I'm totally honest with you. I think Danny Garcia will put up a stiff test because Danny Garcia is somebody that's not going to fall down. We've seen it against Matisse. We've seen it against Khan, where they hit him with everything and he took it. Especially with Khan, I was so impressed because Khan was battering him in the first couple of rounds until he landed his left hook. Khan was absolutely beating him up, bashing him up, and he took the punishment, no problem. But that just shows how tough he was. From that, I realized that this guy is really tough. Then, obviously, I saw him against Lucas Matisse, who was probably at that time very feared, and he took the punches. You know, Lucas Matisse at one point in the fight hit him with a shot which had hit Danny Garcia's mouthpiece flying out. So Lucas Matisse could really crack. And before that, he knocked Lamont Peterson's spark out. So, like I said, I think Danny Garcia, for me, is very, very tough. I just think he's technically deficient and he can be outboxed. And we've seen that in certain of his fights. So I think Pacquiao would probably outbox him, if I'm totally honest. But you never know. You know, boxing's an unpredictable sport. You don't know what's going to happen. But I think either fight for Pacquiao would be interesting. Either fight would be something that I would be interested in watching. And I think most fans would be interested in watching. But yeah, guys, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think about, you know, Pacquiao fighting Danny Garcia or Pacquiao fighting Keith Thurman? What would you rather see? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.